Welcome to the Digging Deep ATVMX Podcast with your host, hailing from Kaukauna, Wisconsin, riding a CST tires, SSI decals, Valvoline-backed Yamaha YFZ 450R, four-time ATV motocross national champion, number 25. Cody Jansen.
What's up, everybody?
We're back.
Welcome to the latest edition of the Digging Deep ATVMX Podcast, episode 164 of the Digging Deep ATVMX Podcast, presented by our title sponsor, CST Tires, in stock and available for purchase today at shop.csttires.com. I'm your host, Cody Jansen, saying hello to our nearly 286,000 monthly Digging Deep listeners in 117 countries in which you are listening, and this is another special edition of the Digging Deep ATVMX Podcast. Jeffrey Rastrelli has been a friend of the show since its inception and a friend of mine for nearly 20 years. In fact, he once held a spot inside my top 8 on MySpace. He's been an all-time favorite of ours, so it's truly an honor that he chose Digging Deep to officially share what might be the most meaningful announcement of his career. After that, we'll wrap up this episode with Briarcliff owner and operator Jeremy Osborn, who joins us to preview what's shaping up to be an unforgettable series finale weekend at his track. You won't want to miss a moment of this one. But first, let's quickly shout out all of our incredible partners. CST Tires, go to shop.csttires.com today. Yamaha, thanks to Blue Crew. Thanks to SSI Decals, Valvoline, DID Racing Chain, Launderville Steel Enterprises and Concrete Supply, DP Brakes, Impact Solutions, Ultimate Poly Products, UPP Racing, our choice when it comes to case savers, chain sliders, intake manifolds, and more. Use discount code DIGGINGDEEP15 at uppracing.com, and Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with code DIGGINGDEEP20 at manscaped.com. Whether it's the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the GOAT of electric razor trimmers, my personal favorite, the Beard Hedger Pro Kit from Manscaped, or the best nose hair trimmer ever created, the Weed Whacker 2.0, get 20% off and free shipping with code DIGGINGDEEP20 at manscaped.com. Support all the great companies that support us, and for any products that fall through the cracks, click that Rocky Mountain ATVMC banner on our website to help us out. No matter what off-road gear parts you need, Rocky Mountain ATVMC has you covered. But before you buy, simply click that Rocky Mountain ATVMC banner on our website. By using our specific link, we get a percentage of what you buy on the back end, enabling you to help us out while purchasing the parts you need anyway. And did you know you can buy OEM parts from Rocky Mountain ATVMC as well? Yep, shipped conveniently right to your door. So click that Rocky Mountain ATVMC banner at diggingdeepatvmx.com to help us out while satisfying all your gear and parts needs. Shout out to all of our donors. If you are interested in donating and hearing your name on the show, you can find the Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee donation links on our website. Major thanks to all who have donated. Now, if you can't donate, but you still want to help us out, you can leave us a rating or a review on iTunes and Spotify, because that helps us out a bunch too. Now, it's showtime. The 30-second board is up, it's sideways, and the gate is down. Time to dig deep.
Let's go!
All right, guys, back here on the Digging Deep ATVMX Podcast, and this is a special one. I got one of my favorite guests here joining me tonight. He comes to us brought to you by Valvoline, bringing you 160 years of expertise and excellence to the ATV motocross scene with their support of Digging Deep. And yeah, the guy I have with me tonight, and I'm just going to outline this right from the top because he's one of my favorites. Known the guy for as long as I can remember. Made his pro debut in 2012, making this his 14th season in the AMA ATV Pro class. He's a 26-time career podium finisher, 5 consecutive seasons he spent inside the top 5. He's a third-place championship finisher in 2016, which is a personal best for him, and he's a Quad Cross of Nations champion representing USA in 2018. Of course, I'm talking about Jeffrey Rastrelli. Jeffrey, buddy, welcome back to the podcast, pal.
Thank you, Cody. I appreciate you having me. I always enjoy the time.
Pal, since we last talked, we were very close to a podium. We were right in the podium mix. I believe it was after Sunset Ridge. I think we talked last.
Yeah, it was.
Been in the mix since then, on the hunt for a podium, of course. Tell me a little bit about what's going on since then, because we just saw you at Pleasure Valley leading. Had to feel awesome leading that second moto.
Yeah, it did, man. Yeah, for sure.
Had to feel awesome leading that second moto. And honestly, when you break down the math with where you were leading that second moto, you were in the podium mix again, just in that very last moto that you were out there. Obviously got a little bit snake bit by a mechanical, I think, late in that second moto. So tell me a little bit about what you had going on there.
So it's really, I hate to even speak about it because it's so stupid and made the day really tough. It started out bad. So the first thing first was when Brandon was on Westland, they had a motor issue at Sunset. Okay. And he had to borrow, I had a spare race
I
motor. I
remember.
let him
Yeah.
borrow my spare race motor for the third moto or the second moto, whatever, doesn't matter.
Yep.
And Williams had the bike. So that was my spare race motor. So he ran one moto on it. Like I'm going to put that in for the freshie for Pleasure Valley. That's one moto. It's perfectly fine, you know? So I put it in, and of course, when you put a motor in, you put oil in it, right? So they never drained the oil when they took it out of the bike. So the first qualifier, I came off the track, losing it on Chris Williams, saying like, "What did you do to my motor? This is my motor guy.
It was
It's the
drowning.
slowest motor I've ever ridden in my life. It is terrible." Like, and then so we had like different cams that we were trying, or it was different cam timing in this motor. So I thought that was the problem. Like this thing's a dog. Like I have to take the cams out of this other motor I just took out. So I started doing that. After the first qualifier, I'm just got off the track and drenched, and so I'm sweating,
Yeah.
trying to
Yep.
change cams myself because nobody else can do it in my pit. Like I have to do it. Changing cams, I look down, there's oil everywhere. And I'm like, bing, like there was oil left in it because I never push oil ever. Anyways, so there's oil in there. Second qualifier was trash. It started off the day bad. So I was all revved up to go in the second one. I was sweating the whole time, didn't eat anything, didn't
Yeah.
drink, went out.
Miserable.
Bike was better. It was faster, but I was just struggling. Just started off slow. So first moto, well, right before we got in the first moto, we always check coolant before we go out. Well, this isn't my dad's fault. It's just the way we got to put the cap on with the aftermarket radiator we have, where it bolts to the frame, the radiator. Some of them, when you twist the cap on, you got to like go underneath the bolt.
Yeah.
And he just messed up, and it wasn't on right, and we blew coolant out first lap, and the motor was overheating like a son of a you know what.
Yep.
And
So that was
I
first
didn't
moto?
get relayed message first moto. So I was behind Zach. I was pushing Zach around. I really wanted him. I could go forward. I was faster. My bike started losing power like crazy. Like, I mean, like 300 EX, dude. I'm like, dude, this thing's going to blow up. So I come off, and I talked to the guy that tunes our bikes, Mateo with MX Real Racing. He's like, hey, like when I tune your bike, if it starts getting hot, it slows down. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's good. Like it'll save the motor. I'm like, but how hot? He's like, oh, not that bad. He didn't want to tell me, I guess. And my dad's like, a lot of coolant came out. I said, how much coolant? He's like, I guess not a lot. I'm like, and I'm in there trying to recover. I'm like, I trusted his opinion because I have to, kind of,
Yep. Yeah, of course. I mean,
Um,
you can only do so much. And you
I
started
can
the you
only do
started
so much,
you,
dude.
you started the
Yeah.
day, and that's the worst. I've been there before, especially in the pro class, where in between qualifiers, you're working the whole time. You're going to the line for qualifier two, thinking like, I'm not even ready to ride right now.
Already cooked. Like I was
Yeah.
already mentally, like so much mental fatigue already to start the day that I started, yeah, it just wasn't good. So then we go out the second moto. I get a good start because of the start accident. It wasn't like I had a good start, but ended up having a good start because of that.
Right.
And like, I'm like, okay, you gotta like, and I'm always in my career, I've always been an amazing three lapper.
Mhm.
Like in a race, like I'm the Ken Roczen. Like I
Yeah.
get it. If I'm out front, I'm good. I got, even if I'm not, I'll make passes that people are like, how'd you even pass those people? Like I don't know. Just how I've always been my whole career. First three laps are insane, always.
Quick
So
twitch. Yep.
yeah, twitch. So a fast twitch. So I got by Wesley. Boom. I seen the opening, dude. I never took that line all day. He was going out to like rip this bum, just slid in him. I'm sure you've seen
I saw the
the video.
video.
Yeah,
Freaking
I mean,
perfect.
just sick pass and
Yeah.
like, and I was like, I was comfortable there, and the bike started losing a little bit of horsepower, and I'm like, uh-oh, I'm like, all right, like you need to back it down or you're gonna blow up is what thought was gonna happen,
Mhm.
and so I started backing down and got past, and it was Kevin Sarber's catching me. I was in fourth still, I think. I was in fourth or
Sounds
fifth.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Right
Yeah,
there.
fourth or fifth. And I was coming down the hill on the backside there. After the tunnel, you take the right and you go down the hill. And my bike just what up, and came back to life. And I was like, I ain't riding that. You know what I mean? There ain't no way I'm not going. And then the next jump's a little step up, and the
No.
thing shut off on the face of a jump, and I go over the bars. So
Right.
yeah, I just rode it home, just rode around and
Okay.
rode it in.
That's
I
what
just
happened.
didn't want to risk. Yeah.
Got it.
When I got here injured in 2024,
I remember. Yeah.
it was my bike shutting off the face of a jump. And soon as that bike went, flashback.
Nope.
I was like, that was the first thing that popped in my head because the next thing was a jump. Like right around that left-hander is a step up, and I would
Yeah.
have freaking KO'd myself. So yeah, I just like first thing I thought about, and I'm like, I pulled in the mechanics area, I said my bike shut off, and then fired back up, and I'm like, I'm not doing that today. The old me would have. That's what's messed up about it. I would have just been like, oh, it's back running, we're fine. So I don't know. We think that maybe a stator, like it got hot, maybe something happened to the stator or something.
What does the person do? Just take that motor out. Don't mess with that motor
Yeah, and
here at the
the
finale.
piston and cylinder was screwed because it got so hot, and I just wish somebody would have relayed that because I would have put a motor in it, and I would have could podium the moto. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know. But I know that from the first moto how slow it got to like the second moto, it started doing the same thing. I'm like, this is an issue. Like they did the first one and lasted. Like they don't last that long when they start, getting that hot. So
No, not if you're already feeling it getting slow and stuff like that early.
no.
Yeah.
But because like the first few laps, dude, like I mean, like Bryce was on me, but I had my spots, like I was good. I was in a good spot. Like I felt good. And like I started getting defensive. I started feeling it kind of like, man, this thing's like not great. So I start like riding a little differently. And then it's like boom on me, went around me. And it was like, oh, and then I'm like, all right, dude, like, no, like you're not letting these guys just go around you. Like that's not what we're gonna do. And then I had some fight in me, and it was just like, I'm like, oh, all right.
Which makes so much sense to get some context. It really puts into perspective at times. Like, we watch even me, like as a former pro, like we watch you and you forget all the things that go on behind the scenes. You forget about the realities of working on that quad in the morning, not having time to drink and eat the way you should and rest and recover a little bit. And
think about the track. Think about what I would do to go faster. Or do I need to change my front end to make it a little twitchier so I can turn better here? Or, I need to toe in or put some camber, like to tire pressure, like change this, like should we groove these? Like there's so many options to make yourself. I'd have no idea. I couldn't think about any of that. And it showed because the second qualifier I got 11th. I've never been an 11th in my life.
Right.
And I'm like, I am ripping, dude. He's like 11th. I'm like, dude, I'm like,
no way.
I'm about to blow a gasket,
Yeah.
I mean, the times were so close that it didn't
really,
but never. Dude, if I qualify 6th or 7th, it's gonna be a good day. 11th, it's gonna be not good.
Right.
It's gonna be not good. I just know. So, but I mean, leading laps was cool for sure. Like I haven't led laps since 2023.
And what I was going to say too, Jeffrey, is that it puts into some context, like watching all that play out, because you were my pick coming into the day. Like I had highlighted the fact that you were going to be a guy to watch. We've seen you so good at Pleasure Valley in the past. We know you're really good at hard pack tracks. I knew that Pleasure Valley was going to be one circled on your calendar. So then seeing you lead, I'm like, hell yeah, like here we go. He's going to make me look so smart. And then, to see, I'm like, something's not right. You're not just going to have people going around you. You were in the position, where you've proven you're going to stay right up there somewhere. And then obviously late, and I had outlined this on our race recap show, but I'm like, man, like, please don't tell me this guy got hurt. Cause like all of a sudden you just drop down the board and then you come through with like a 3-minute and 30-second lap time. I'm like, okay, like at least he's up and moving.
Yeah.
In that moment, I'm like, don't tell me that we're going to crash right now and get hurt.
Yeah,
so
no,
I was grateful for that.
Yeah, all good. So just a little heartbroken, like again, yeah, I told my wife, I told my wife after that, I said, I'm tired of the heartbreak. Yeah. Like that's the hardest part of this is like, my heart's broken. Like I'm literally like my girlfriend broke up with my wife. You know what I mean? Like when you're like your girlfriend break. It's like a heartbreak. Like I'm like tired of it. It's it was just like that was another tough day because it was like not just there. It was West Virginia. Tomahawk. I was sick and like just couldn't ride. Felt like crap all day and just couldn't ride and do good after coming off of Buds. Was it Buds Tomahawk?
Yeah.
Buds then Tomahawk.
Yep.
I was kicking ass at Buds. I was so good. And like to go there and ride like that and then and then have that same luck again was like, yeah, heartbroken, but it's all good. We got one more.
Yeah, one more, and it's only human to start to, and maybe you don't operate this way, maybe you do, but it's only human to start to take your mind to like, man, I'm leading. Like, what does this look like if I make it, hold this thing till the end, or I finish on the podium, or whatever? Like, it's only human to think that way, and it's healthy to think that way. The problem is when things then go sideways, it's the ultimate heartbreak because you already took your mind to the place of like, man, like I could win this, or I could podium here, or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. And I would have finished fourth overall if I would stayed in front of Star.
Yeah, I know.
Going 8-4, 8-5. Like it was
Yeah,
gonna be a good day.
yeah.
And they told me that, and like my stomach fell to my butt, it was just like a bad day was going to turn into an all right day if
Mhm.
that bike would have just not shut off like that. Like I've never had that happen before. So weird. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, heartbreak. But
Yeah,
we another one. Just get back on the saddle and
that's all
just
you can do, right?
take the punches and keep coming back.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I've said, a million times, I feel like that, the crappy days makes you appreciate the good ones, I guess.
yeah.
But yeah, it was good, at least in that second moto, like I said, we saw a glimpse of you being up front. We saw a glimpse of you being in the mix. We saw a glimpse of you leading some laps, which was exciting.
Still got it.
Yeah, you still got it.
Still got it. I maybe for a couple laps, still got it.
And you were right in the podium mix, honestly, which was exciting. And dating back to the last time that you were on the show, we were really hanging on to this podium thing, right? And you were really close at Sunset Ridge. You're really close at Pleasure Valley, like you were right there.
Buds, I got fifth the first moto, came back really good into the moto charge, past Chad and Mason on the last lap, which was
I
for
know.
me like that's
Sick.
not me, bro. You know that I'm not an end of the race guy, and
Well,
I
but
just
pause. You had just talked about it on the previous episode. That's why when you were doing it at the end of the moto, I'm like, man, he literally just told us about this and he did it again.
yeah. Before the show started, we talked about ego, a little bit, and that fueled that thing like big time. And that second moto, I'm in third, and I have a rear shock line rub. It got a hole rubbed into it, and like, I mean, just like heartbreak. We were just talking about it, and it like almost took all the wind out of my sails.
And you
So
never
like,
see that. What a fluke deal.
I've never had it happen. I've never had a Oka rear shock have an issue. And
Mhm.
like if it's a really rough track, I'll have a little fade, but everybody has fade. But like I've never had a rear line, and I've ran the line the same way since I've ran a YFZ
Mhm.
450R. Ran the line the same way, and it rubbed a hole in it, and I've just never. Anyway, like that was like the other one. I was so close. It was 5-3, and I go out the second moto, dude, and everybody's complaining about it hot, and I was just like, I was like, dude, this is nothing, bro. Like
Mhm.
I don't know. I just lived in it. I baked
Florida
down here for
boy. Yeah.
years. I just love like it's just nothing to me. And like I was so fired up that second moto and to be in third. And like I was just flowing. Like it was easy. Like when you feel it, it's like like 2, 3, 4 laps in a race, like if you're gonna last. Like you almost know. And
Mhm.
I know, like at least I do. And it was like third lap, and I'm just like, oh, like I found some lines and I'm like, it's like I'm either finishing here, I'm going forward. There's two options. And then boom. So it was like sunset there. And I was like, I was like still had confidence. And then it's like West Virginia, sick, bad. And then Pleasure Valley, like decent. So maybe it was like West Virginia and then Pleasure Valley was okay. And now we'll go back to Briarcliff where we're like really
That's the
good.
hope, right? That's the hope. Rock bottom's
Yeah.
far behind you now. You had
Yeah.
a building race at Pleasure Valley, and now Briarcliff coming up.
I've been riding more. So I've been putting in some effort.
Dude, we know I've never been able to make sense of the fact that you're a Florida guy, but the hard pack tracks are where you're at your best. But
I'm just my
Briarcliff,
mind gets it, man. My
yeah,
brain just understands it. I
but
don't know. I'm just good. I don't know. I just always enjoyed it. Like it's
yeah,
always just came more natural to me. Like that pass on Wesley at Pleasure. Like that's a straight up hard pack
hmm
track pass.
yeah,
Like just pitch your sideways and just pink, see ya.
yeah,
Just like always been. I don't know. Just weird. Yeah. I'd never understood it either. I don't think anybody will. Hard pack, man. It's a
love it
good.
though, love it though, and
I
that's
love it.
that makes Briarcliff be right in your wheelhouse.
Oh, dude, I'm hyped. I've been good there in the past too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And you're good with the Triple Crown format. I mean, that's the other
that's
thing
what
is,
I'm excited about. I'm
Mhm.
that fast twitch, that stuff we just talked about. Just that first 5 laps, 4 laps. I mean, like those guys are in some serious trouble. If I'm in the back, there's some wheels to be put in. I could put them in there. I'll find a way. And then if I get a good start, like it's going to be on. I'm really looking forward to the Triple Crown. I think it's just not just for me, but better racing in general for the general public.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. So now, last time we had you on, like I said, there's a lot of precedents that we put on this podium thing. You're right on the cusp. You've been right on the cusp at a couple races now, like we outlined. And that precedence was for a reason. Not only did you want to add, and get to your 27th career podium, but there's something that you and I had talked about off record that you wanted to do when you got to the podium. And now we've come to the finale, and the finale is ahead of us. And I had shot you a text because I'm like, okay, I don't, now when you get on the podium, it may be at the finale. And I don't know if you want to wait till at the finale to do what you wanted to do at the podium, on the podium previous to now. So that's part of the reason why we're here today. And I'll let you kind of take it from there.
Yeah.
We'll get right back to the show, but now a word from our sponsors. And thank you for listening to these ads. Without these great companies, none of this would be possible. Show your support for the people who support us. The official tire choice of Digging Deep, CST tires are the choice of ATV racing's elite on the track, in the woods, and every other terrain. CST tires swept the ATV racing world in 2022 as Joel Hetrick, Bryson Neal, and Bo Barron rode their Pulse MXR and Pulse HT tires to an ATV Pro Motocross title, GNCC XC1 Pro title, and 10th ATV Pro Works Racing title, respectively. Led by champion Joel Hetrick and podium contenders Bryce Ford, Jeffrey Rastrelli, and Nick Janusa, CST's Pulse MXR tire is the most trusted tire in ATV motocross today. Available in soft and standard compounds, the Pulse MXR offers the highest level of traction, most predictable cornering, and superior wear characteristics when compared to the competition. And did I mention they have a contingency program as well? Visit shop.csttires.com to join the CST takeover today, or prepare to be beat by someone who did. The best of the best choose CST. Do you? You know we're Team Blue Crew here at the Digging Deep ATVMX Podcast, as the Yamaha YFZ450R is the official ATV of Digging Deep. In a move started by 8-time ATVMX Pro Class National Champion Chad Wienen, who with his next championship will become the winningest champion in ATV motocross history, we are living in ATV racing's YFZ450R era. Alongside Wienen, 7-time GNCC XC1 Pro ATV National Champion Walker Fowler welcomed a pair of new champions to the Yamaha Champions Club, as the podium-proven Yamaha YFZ450R proved to be the winning choice for Joel Hetrick and Bryson Neal. This unprecedented success for the YFZ450R, its unrivaled quality and performance, and the clear fact that Yamaha is the leading OEM supporter of ATV racing has resulted in a complete Yamaha takeover within the sport quad market. Evident by the continuation of Yamaha's Blue Crew Racer Support Program, Yamaha riders will once again cash in on payout and prize opportunities in 2023, including a chance to win a brand new YFZ450R. For more info, head over to YamahaBlueCrew.com. Follow Yamaha Outdoors, as well as the new Blue Crew official channel on social media, and check out Yamaha's full proven off-road lineup at YamahaOutdoors.com today. SSI Decals, your way. SSI Decals sets the standard with the best looking decals, graphics kits, and vinyl wraps in the industry. Established in 1947, SSI took shape as an offshoot of their parent company by doing a little work for local pro Chad Wienen. Nearly 2 decades later, and fueled by a passion for ATVs, the company has flourished into one of ATV Moto's most recognized brands. From ATV motocross, SSI has expanded into graphics and design work for top racers in GNCC, Works Racing, Pro Motocross and Supercross, Off-Road, and more, headlined by 8-time world champion Top Fuel drag racer Clay Milliken. Whether your project is big or small, SSI Decals will make your identity stick. Get started today at SSIDecals.com and use code DIGGINGDEEP10 for 10% off at checkout. Things are about to get sick. The Digging Deep ATVMX Podcast is brought to you in part by DID and their wide range of championship-winning chains. From the street to the track and everywhere in between, DID chains are designed to give you the optimal riding experience with great performance and increased chain life. Consistent to the core, pick up your box of reliability today. DID, what drives you? For over 150 years, Valvoline has been dedicated to constant improvement and innovation across all disciplines of racing. As a proud member of Team Valvoline for nearly a decade, I have witnessed their unwavering commitment to pushing the boundaries of performance. Valvoline has sponsored some of the greatest names in motorsports, solidifying their position as a powerhouse within the industry. Being a part of this historically great team has been an incredible privilege. When it comes to my equipment, whether it's my daily commuting vehicles, race quads, or anything in between, I trust nothing but Valvoline. Their range of products and lubricants consistently deliver increased horsepower, durability, and engine life. I'm excited to announce Valvoline's breakthrough in performance, Valvoline Ultimate Power Sports. With up to 8 times stronger rust protection and 50% better wear protection, this cutting-edge formula ensures your ATV's engine runs smoother and longer for the ultimate ride. Tackle rugged terrains with confidence, knowing your ATV's engine is equipped with the best protection available. Ready to experience the next level of performance? Head over to shop.valvolineglobal.com and use code DIGGINGDEEP10 at checkout to unlock an exclusive 10% off on your purchase. Don't miss out on this limited time offer to enhance your ATV's performance with Valvoline's Ultimate Power Sports engine oil. That's part of the reason why we're here today, and I'll let you kind of take it from there.
Yeah. I came in this year. I knew it. I knew this was going to be probably my last year in 2024. And I had a one goal, and coming into 2025 was I was going to announce it on the podium. It was like a dream of mine, is to go out, to be competitive, to be in the hunt still in the year that I hang it up. That was my goal, was to go out. I didn't care what track it was, to finish on the podium, announce it to the ATV world that I was going to hang up the boots. It didn't happen yet, and still a chance. But if it didn't happen, I think this was the right choice to come on here and talk to a good buddy of mine, and Cody, you, and kind of announce it to the ATV world that it's going to be the end of my career. Briarcliff's it. So a little tough to say. I mean, I haven't really been emotional about it until obviously I'm saying it to you now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't really think about it, and I think it'll really dawn on me Saturday after the third moto.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you're going to see a full grown man cry if I get on that podium at Briarcliff. Like, that would be a Jeremy Martin type exit, bro. Is like, it's all I can ask for. And I've been thinking about it. Like, it's been in my head. Like, I can do that. I can do that, and it's possible. And like, you need to, like, I'm not as much of a risk taker as I used to be, because I want to come home to my family and been hurt a lot in my career. But there's one more that I can take a risk at, like, to go that extra notch to where I really think that, I'm not saying I want to go out there and water up or anything, but just that it takes a little bit of a loose screw, I guess, to go out there and give it that extra go. And I'm gonna give that one more go. Give that one more try, that little extra that I not to say I've been missing all year, but I've been missing for the past couple of years, just that little bit. I'm just a little fired up about it. If I could go out like that, man, like, I don't think of a better way to go out,
So first of all, it's an honor to have you making that announcement on my show. As a longtime friend of yours, and started as competitors and all those things, I take a lot of pride in that. That's what you think of me in my show. So I can't thank you enough for that. I shot you that message not because I wanted to force you to do this on the show. I wanted to give you the opportunity to tell people ahead of time so that they could take and enjoy your finale, but also be able to shower you with all the compliments and the love and the memories and all of the stuff. Because Jeffrey, as long as you and I have known each other, as long as, like, I've been a full-time ATV, whatever racing guy at all the races and stuff, you've been at every single race I've ever been at, you've been at every race for 15, 16, 17 years, and
And I've missed very few.
that's what I mean.
And I mean, like last year, I think was the most I missed in one year. I think I missed two. I missed two or something. I think it was two races total, like, or three. I can't remember. But it's like the most I've ever missed.
Mm-hmm.
And in a way, like maybe that's why I want to go too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I want to be normal. I've never been normal.
You don't know what that's
Never
like.
had a
Yeah.
normal life. I mean, like you, like I've since I was 10 years old, man. All I've ever done. It's always taken up any free time I've ever had. And not a lot of people ever understand it.
Mm-mm.
And that's okay. Like they don't have to. But I'm happy like that I did it because it was great time. I mean, as a kid, you couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah.
I mean, even as a grown man, hell, it's been good,
Right.
But we were just talking about earlier about heartbreak, like that I can't take any longer. That's that's the part that I am not going to miss. I'm gonna miss all the people. I'm gonna miss all, they're like everybody's like family to me. I mean, I'm gonna miss the people. I met some awesome friends and lifetime friends from it,
Mm-hmm.
but I think what's pushing me away is like the failure over and over. Like I know you got to I look at the positives now, like in my career that I've had a good career. Like I wouldn't say great because I think it could have been better. Like I had expectations to make it better, like to be
Mm-hmm.
great, and just never happened. But like I think that heartbreak is what's really gonna it's steering me away because it's competition. I've been involved in competition for so long, and to not hit that peak goal that I always set out for has ran me into the ground where I'm like, I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm
Yeah.
tired of like I said, heartbreak, bro. I'm just,
Yeah.
yeah. And I just say it over and over again, but it's tough for me to keep showing up, man. To keep showing up, to keep showing up, to keep showing up. It's like you get knocked down, you keep showing up. And it's like if I won all these races and did all these things, like I made it, but I never did. And I'll probably hang on to that the rest of my life. But we talked about before, like I am happy. I've been one of the best ATV racers,
Of this generation, bro. Yeah.
yeah, in the world for many years.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been there and I'm still here, still competitive.
Yes, very.
So like I am happy that I was able to do that, but
Mm-hmm.
it's it's tough because you always have expectations and goals for yourself.
For sure you do. And
Like
it's never going to be enough. That's part of
no.
what made you who you are as a competitor and in an ATV racer is it was never going to be enough, Jeffrey. It was never going to be enough,
And if
and
it was, I would have been gone a long time ago. Even if I would have won, I would have kept coming back for more.
exactly. Exactly.
So it's like, but like for me, what I'm most proud of, of everything that I've been through, is like just always coming back, bro. I've
Mhm.
always come back. I've always got up, and I've always just I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna be competitive again. And it's nobody sees all the injuries, all the financial hardships, the dollar, like just trying to get a dollar here, a dollar there.
Yeah.
Nobody ever sees those things of like they always only see me at the racetrack and I'm this person. Well,
Mhm.
it ain't been easy, and that's what I'm most proud of is to show up just over and over again.
I'm glad. I'm glad to hear
Over and
that
over.
you are proud of yourself because I'm proud of you because you and
Thank
I
you.
had a heart to heart and I believe it would have been the COVID year in 2020, I think. And you were so defeated then. You were over it.
Yeah.
You didn't like going to the
It should have
races.
been 2019 into 2019, 2020
Yeah.
when David came and talked to me and picked me up and gave me life back into my career, even after 2020, wrecking at Pleasure Valley when that Nerf bar broke off.
Mhm.
And then again, I was like, um, what am I doing here? Again, what am I doing here?
Mhm.
You know? And gave it one more shot in 21, and I turned it around. And it was
Yeah.
like, gave me life. And I'm like, I can do this,
I'm back.
20, yeah, 2019, like that was okay. It started out the year good, but 2020 was really tough. And then 2021, it was like to have a year like really bad. and get hurt, and then 2021 coming back again, give me life again. I give credit to David for that, to bring life back into me. Like, because if not, I was done then. So I am happy for that, and I'm happy that he didn't bring me back, because it made me actually learn business, learn things of, I mean, building a program and do Rastrelli racing. Like, I did something that I was not prepared for by any means. I was a kid. I was spoiled, I had it. And Baldwin was doing my stuff, JB, and then it was Phoenix, and then it's like, oh, well, you're doing everything now, kind of thing. So that caused me that taught me like life lessons. So how it all worked out was like, it's just all right,
And I'm so glad that you didn't have to go out the way that you felt in 2019, 2020. I believe it was 2020. I remember talking to you at Three Palms, and you were just done. And to see you get back from that, and you had been on a hiatus from the podium for multiple years. And I think at that time you were sitting at 19, because I very much remember outlining the fact that it was going to be a big deal if you got to 20. And again, 2 years passed where I believe you were stuck at 19, and you finally got to 20. And then it was almost like the dam opened up, and I mean, look where you are now. You're 26 more. Like, 26 podiums is a freaking lot of podiums. And I know that you always want more, but there's guys that, and I said this to you before, but there are guys that you and I look up to as lifelong ATV racing super fans that friggin' don't have anywhere close to 26 podiums. And that's where you are. And you talk about how, you always want more, and your career was all right. Do you know how bad I would kill to have Jeffrey Rastrelli's career and have a podium, let alone all those podiums?
Yeah, sometimes I gotta look at it. I gotta
You
look
always
at it
want
that
more.
way, but
You always
yeah.
want more. But I spent my entire life wanting to be just like Jeffrey Rastrelli. And I'm like, man, if I look when I'm racing around in seventh or eighth and I have no chance of finishing in the top three. And there you are in the top three. I'm like, man, what I would do to be
So
that guy.
so when you say that, you look back at 2007 when you beat me, on the 300, and you have that in your head, right? Well, I had that same thing in my head from that same year, that I waxed Joel 6 out of 8 races, and the 2 that I didn't win
Mm-hmm.
were because of mechanicals.
Mm-hmm.
6 out of 8 at WPSA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and he knows this. Like, I whooped him that year.
Yeah,
And
I watched them all.
and I was like, I look back and like, I was better than him. How did this happen? Now he's going to be the best to ever do it. He's going to be. I'm sorry. Like,
Yes, he is.
sorry to Chad. Like, I'm no disrespect, but if this goes on, if there's a series, if he's able to make money for another 4 or 5 years, he's winning all of them.
Mm-hmm.
He's jet. He's just way better than everybody else. So it's like, you look back at those things, how you're saying you wish you had my career. Like, you're like, I kicked that kid's ass. Seriously though. I'm not saying that's how you look at it, but I think you're probably like, I was better than him at one time. What happened?
I just thought about us being very similar. So then
I'm just like, what happened? What was the deterring thing? And I always think about that with Joel, like, what was the thing that flipped this switch in you to be that much better than me for the rest of forever? What was this thing? Was it something? And I talked to him about this before, and he says there was a time where it switched for him. And I still haven't talked to him about that. But it was like, he didn't know to get into detail.
okay.
But there's this thing. And I think he'll get into more detail when I'm done.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I'm really curious, because for a long time, like, I was been wondering that, it's like,
you two were that was on minis that you're talking about in the super mini class. And then obviously you guys were a little different, where you did the 300 thing and he did the 400 thing. And then, you weren't on the same path after that, but you were in Pro-Am, you've raced Pro-Am together. Yep. And you battled hard in Pro-Am.
But he kicked my ass day in and day out in Pro-Am.
Mm-hmm.
Kicked my ass. He's kicked my ass now for 15 years. Straight, straight. Like, and I had to like show up and believe that I was like gonna beat him at one time. You know what I mean? Like, I had to show up and like still think to this day, like, I can beat him. No, you can't. You know what I mean? No, you can't. Don't stop bullshitting yourself, But like, just stop BSing. Like, and that's where I was like, man, when I stopped believing like that I could beat him, I mean, that's not good. That happened a couple years ago. Like, it's just not good. You believe that you're like that, you can't beat that guy, and I did. I'm not lying to you. It's just like, I'm done. He's got a loose screw. I ain't got it, and I really, But in like 16 and 17, like 2016, like something clicked for me in 2017.
Awesome.
And then I had a really, really bad concussion. And like, I still think that that was like the turning point in my career.
Okay.
Like really bad, like skull fracture, like not
Yeah.
good. I think that really, I had multiple in like in a short span of time. And
Mhm.
it messed with me a little bit. I haven't been the same rider since those, like just haven't. And anybody can say, well, you had flashes. I had flashes. Don't get me wrong. I've had flashes and had a lot of them, but it's flashes. It's not like I was really, yeah, like battle wins, like not like battling for a podium. I was battling for wins. So that's where, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'll
anyways,
never, I'll
yeah.
never forget that year, and highlighted by, I think we brought it up an hour ago before we hit record on this thing, talking about Unadilla 2016, and the highlight that was for your career and leading everybody around. And
I think that was one too that could
Mhm.
like could have changed the course of my whole career. Like that one race could have changed. If I could have won that, I think I could have won a lot more of them.
So cool.
Mentally, like we talk about the heartbreak, like that one broke me, I think. I led for 20. I had two lap board come out
I know.
and Joel gets around me. I led the whole effing thing. Just I think that was like a biggest turning point in my one of the biggest turning point in my career. I know the concussion was a problem, but I kept coming back and like I Sunset Ridge in 2017 was another. I went around Joel
Mhm.
first lap, boom, passed him, led for 3/4 of the race, and just got passed and pulled the chute because I was mentally defeated. He passed me. It's like I can't get back around him. Like it was just like that mentally maybe wasn't tough enough to deal with those hardships. But yeah. But I'm all good, man. Like I was so fast and I had so many good times and
Yeah.
I wasn't the best man, but I was one of them. And that's where I think it was you that said that to me. Like you're or maybe it was Brian, maybe it was you, Brian Tollefson, the Hollywood. But I was talking, maybe it was you, man. I don't know. But it was like, you're not the best, but you're one of the best for 15 years.
Somebody else might have said that to you because you came on the show, and it was a very powerful statement when you said that.
I think
You
it was
said,
Hollywood.
you
I think it
said,
was we call him Hollywood. Brian Tollefson. I ride at his track, the Deluxe track.
yeah,
And he's like, man, you got to think about it. You may not be the best, but you've been one of the best for a long time.
and
You've
you're
been a
proud
top
of
five
that.
guy for 15 years.
Yes.
And like I'm always in that same spot. Like if I finish outside of it, it's one thing, but I'm always there in that. I'm like there. I could get a podium or I could get seventh. Like
Mhm.
I'm that fifth bouncing around
You're
that
right
fifth
there.
place
Yeah.
region. So it's
Always.
like
Yeah.
for a long time. I was a top three guy. Now I'm a top five guy, maybe, but,
Mhm.
and that's okay with me. I'm racing against freaking 18, 19, 20-year olds, Chad, same way. It's like, dude, you're a beast, bro. You're 40
Mhm.
animal. And like, I'm 32 and I'm like, I'm old. Joel's 32 and kicking all of our asses. He's waxing us and he's 6 months older than me.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not even old. I'm just defeated.
Just
It's just,
tired.
yeah, like it's just opportunity. I have opportunity elsewhere, and like, we know how the sport is, and I'm not talking bad about the sport, but it's a little tough at the moment. So like for me and a family and a house and a grown up bills, and can't just, it's the heartbreak and trying to just be financially a little more sound for my family.
Yeah.
Uh, like I come home every day to my daughter, and I look at her, and this isn't providing, so I'm looking elsewhere to have a better life for us.
You gotta do right by her. You
Yeah.
gotta do right by your wife. You gotta do right by your family.
My family, and just it's tough when it's tough to do it all. Any time, like any free time I get is spent riding or training. Like I train almost every night at 8 o'clock, so I can spend the utmost time with my family because I have
Mhm.
to work.
Yeah. Right.
So like working, and then like I get home and I have to spend those 2.5, 3 hours with my daughter and wife, and then my wife goes and lays down in bed, and I get on the bicycle or the rower or the ski erg, and yeah, it's just not as easy as it used to be, But that's where the turning like me retiring was when I was laying in bed last year. We talked about this, I think, off air, and my foot was broke, but uh, I flew through the air, 40 foot in the air to the ground, and I couldn't move really because I was so sore. It wasn't really my foot that was the problem. I just couldn't move, and I had a 6 month old, and my wife was taking care of that baby on her own. I was on painkillers, laying in bed like a vegetable, and I couldn't move. And like I stopped when I stopped taking that medication. I'm looking around. I'm like, dude, what am I doing? Like I can't do this again. And I looked around. I said, right then, I said, this is it. You know,
Yeah.
one more to come back. I can't go out like that. But after that, I'm done. And everybody's like, you sure? I said, I'm positive. I For once in my life, I'm positive.
You got
I'm
nothing
not.
left to give, and that's
Well, if
okay.
I bounce around, I'll bounce around for another 6 years.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
maybe not. Oh, maybe I will, maybe not. I have to either make a decision. I'm either all in or I'm all out. Because if I'm all out or I'm like not all the way in, then which I'm not really right now because of what I have to do to make a living. But
Mhm.
that's when bad stuff happens, try to get hurt and then you're not showing up 100%. And yeah, there's like, it has to be a big commitment. And
Yeah,
I just don't have it anymore.
I hear you, pal. I hear you. Well,
So I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you letting me come on and talk about it. I could talk about it for an hour of
I know.
what's going through my head, but we don't need to do that. They can all come, and if people want to come talk to me about it. And
Yeah.
um yeah, like one thing before we even go is Jason Decker was like asking me, "Are you done?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm done." And it's like, "Why, you're writing so good." I said, "It don't matter to me." It's like, "What do you mean?" Like, I just don't, just that doesn't matter to me right now. Like, I'm not making any money, Jason. I have to make money, and this isn't doing that anymore. It's the first year in a long time that I'm not making any money riding foiler. So,
Right.
and, he keeps messing with me, and it's not because it's just Jason. They're a good family
Yeah.
and stuff. But he's like 3 more years. I said 3 more months. This was early in the season.
Yeah. Right.
It's like 3 more years. I said, yeah, you know what, Jason? It was just funny because I like we have a good relationship. You know
Yeah.
what, Jason?
Yeah.
It's like, what it's gonna take to bring me back? I said, break out your effing checkbook. That's what'll bring me back. That's the only way I'm coming back. So if somebody writes me a big check and takes care of my stuff, I'll come back. But so otherwise, man, if I'm doing what I'm doing right now, mechanic, rider, training, like doing everything myself, working, I said, I ain't coming back. But that's kind of why, too. It's all of it. It's not just one thing or the other. It's just kind of it's that time for me, man.
Yeah.
Just mentally and physically and for my family, for me. It's not even so much for my family. I'm just
Dude, you get to a point. Everybody gets to a point. Everybody that's been in your shoes gets to a point where they just know it's time. You just know it's time, and
yeah,
it's almost you don't even need to explain it because you just know. You just know.
Pleasure Valley capped it off. And I told you, I texted my wife and said, I'm tired of the heartbreak and I'm glad it's almost done. And I never would have ever in a million years thought I was gonna be that guy.
Right. Yeah.
I was so defeated. Like, just it only took 2 races to
Mhm.
just break me again, just to break me and make me know I made the right decision. And it's
Yeah.
unfortunate because when you're doing good, everything's good. You have that in your mind, like, why would you? It's like same as Chad right now. He's doing great. He's riding awesome. He's 40 and he's still doing what he's doing. It's like awesome, but he knows the same thing. He has that same feeling. It's like he's done. He knows it. And it's like I know it too, but like when you're riding that competition high, you're right there.
Mhm.
Like I'm right there with these guys. And it's like, but yeah, those two is like, okay. And then if I can go off and cap it off with the podium boy, heck yeah. And
Good.
if not, all good too, man. All good too. But I'm glad you let me come on here and express it a little bit and talk a little bit about it. And hopefully people will listen and stop by the trailer, man, say hi. Like I'll be I'll be there. I'm willing to talk to anybody and you know just speak about anything, man. Come
Mhm.
talk to me.
And again, that was my whole thing
Yeah.
because I know that you had pictured the way that you were going to announce this, and I still wanted you to be able to do that at Briarcliff, but I didn't want you to be robbed of the fact of people being able to appreciate you and cherish you and shower you with all the positivity and the memories while, they had the chance there at Briarcliff. So that was why I wanted to get you on because
I
I
appreciate
wanted
that.
I wanted you to be able to tell people and I wanted people to have the opportunity to give you everything that you deserve too.
Yeah. And I want to really point out it's like, you know, the past couple of years I probably could have been a little more outgoing, a little bit more, like I give Joel a lot of credit. He knows everybody, man. He knows everybody's names. He knows everybody. Like, he's so good with it, but he's got the time to go and be with the fans. And I'm jealous of that a little bit because, like, I don't have a lot of people that I talk to that much because I'm so busy. I'm at the race. And maybe sometimes come off as like I'm not, that maybe not a nice guy, but like maybe I could be a little more outgoing, a little bit. Like, I always, like, during race day, maybe look a little pissed off, but it's just because I'm overwhelmed and don't. Like, yeah, my dad's helping, Dave Porter's helping, but it's like it's relying on me to make sure everything's right and working, and like I can't just like get off the track and sit on my chair and relax and stuff. So I want to let everybody know that I'm appreciative of everybody, and I'm really, thank the fans. And man, like, if I look mad, I'm not. I'm just a little stressed out. I just got a little bit on my plate, and would love to talk to everybody. I'm gonna try to get there early on Thursday to hit 9 holes with Chad and do a little golfing before we go. But on Friday, I'll be there all day to chat with people and talk about memories, and would love for anybody and everybody to come by and speak with me about it, because that's why I'm getting there early, is to kind of do that. And then Saturday night too, to talk about old memories and stuff like that too. So we'll be hanging out Saturday night, and hopefully people get a little crazy. I don't drink, but I know there'll be a lot of people that drink, so that'll be fun. I think that'd be a fun experience Saturday night. Everybody kind of hooting and hollering and saying they remember this or remember that, or like, it'll get the stories really flowing. So I'm really excited about that. So
Awesome.
I
Well,
appreciate you.
I sure
Thank
am
you.
proud of you, pal. I sure am proud of you.
Thank you, Cody.
All the stuff that you've done, like I said, 14 years, 26 podiums, 5 years inside the top 5, year in the top 3, all that stuff, representing Team USA, man. I couldn't be prouder of you. So I'm so happy, so grateful to call you a friend, to have you on the show, to do this right now. I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told Chad. There will be a time and place to talk about your favorite memories, to talk about all the things, to cap a career and all that stuff. There'll be a time and place for that. The time is not now, because you have more in front of you right now. And I hope and I pray that what you've been picturing, you pictured announcing your retirement on the podium, and that's not the way that the story went. But I hope that you're able to celebrate your career from atop the podium, just like you said earlier, Jeremy Martin moment. I hope that ends up being what you've been picturing all this time. And just like you said, you're manifesting it, you're thinking about it, you're dreaming about it, you're talking about it. And I sure hope you pull it off, man. I know you're going to get good starts. I know you're going to put yourself in position. You're so good at Briarcliff and those track conditions. You're so good in the Triple Crown format. I think this is the perfect way to end what was a fantastic career. And again, I just want to make sure man, that for the last 15 years, like you said, you've been one of the best. I would consider you a child prodigy. You were awesome in the Pro-Am class. You were battling with your buddy Mark Maddle for Rookie of the Year. And you go on to do so many great things in the pro class, man. Again, just awesome career. And we will talk about all the fun stuff and the ups and downs of your full career at some point. But right now, you got one more podium to add to it, and I can't freaking wait.
Hell yeah, that's damn right, buddy. I appreciate it, Cody. Thank you so much, and thank you for the kind words, and appreciate you letting me come on here. And we'll talk to you on top of the podium.
Awesome, man. Well, I can't wait. And let's cap it at that, and to be continued on the rest of this conversation sometime in the future, pal. But again, congrats on an amazing career. It ain't done yet. And I couldn't be more proud of my buddy.
Yep. Not done yet. You're correct.
Awesome, man. Well, have a good night, pal. And we'll see you soon. Okay. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Awesome. That's Jeffrey Rastrelli calling it a career on the Digging Deep ATVMX podcast, brought to you by Valvoline. Have a good night, pal.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
The following message is brought to you by Manscaped.com. The Manscaped engineering team has outdone themselves this time, creating the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, now available for purchase in the US and Canada. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped, an official sponsor of the Digging Deep ATVMX podcast, with this exclusive offer of 20% off and free worldwide shipping with code DiggingDeep20 at Manscaped.com. I'm one of the first people to try the new 4.0, and I am blown away. This thing is next level. What sets this trimmer apart from all the rest? The Lawnmower 4.0 gives you the ability to turn the LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. It features a new multi-functioning on-off switch with travel lock for those of us who like to travel. And my favorite, the new trimmer allows you to customize your trim with 4 different guard lengths, an upgrade from its predecessor that only featured 2. If you're listening, you know that good tools are a must, so wait no more to get the best tools for the job. Get 20% off and free shipping with code DiggingDeep20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com by using code DiggingDeep20.
Hey everyone, this is Larry Mills, president of DP Brakes North America and proud partner of the Digging Deep ATVMX Podcast. We at DP Brakes are a longtime supporter of ATV racing and the world leader in sintered brake technology, dominating the ATV world for decades by supporting the best four-wheel racers on the planet. This year's lineup includes Jeff Rastrelli, Mark Baldwin and Baldwin Motorsports, Ford Brothers Racing, Nick Janusa, and many more, including Mr. Digging Deep himself, Cody Jansen, plus all the top 17 GNCC pros such as 7-time champion Walker Fowler, Bryson Neal, Hunter Hart, Cole Richardson, Jared McClure, Adam McGill, and previous champion Chris Borich. These top riders continue to appreciate the high performance and impressive durability that their DP brakes have to offer, products that ultimately help place them on top of the podium week after week. DP brakes are available through www.dp-brakes.com, or you can purchase them through your local Parts Unlimited stocking dealer, or you can even message us, myself, Larry Mills, or DP Brakes on Instagram or Facebook. And if you have any questions about product or sponsorship support, please ask us. We are waiting for you. Join the best ATV riders in the world equipped with DP brakes, and have a great year, everyone.
Headlined by their 4130 chromoly, Launderville Steel and Concrete Supply is a full-service steel supplier of new and surplus steel, aluminum, and stainless steel products. This racing family-owned full metal service center and concrete product supplier comes with over 30 years of experience serving the entire United States from their central Midwest location. As the number one choice for nationwide shipments and with available next-day delivery in select areas, LSE has you covered near or far. 4130 is not just the chromoly tubing and plate used in the building of chassis for an array of motorsports applications, but it is also the name of the newest addition to the pro paddock with riders Jaden JJ Launderville and Max Lindquist, introducing the new 4130 Motorsports team. Launderville Steel offers a large selection of material for any project, including their concrete division that can supply everything you need to complete your next business or personal project. For a quote or more info, visit laundervillesteel.com today or give them a call at 715-675-6193. That's 715-675-6193. With a desire to keep you in the race, Ultimate Poly Products offers the Ultimate Protection Collection of case savers, chain sliders, intake manifolds, and more. Founded on quality in 1998, this family-owned and operated business produces products created by racers for racers. These industry-leading products are proudly made and manufactured in the USA, with their case savers being made of the highest quality American-made polyurethane on the market and designed to completely conform to your engine case to help prevent case damage from a thrown chain, because no one wants to be a spectator on race day. Join top pro riders like Bryson Neal, Walker Fowler, John Glotta Jr., Adam McGill, Cole Richardson, and more by using UPP Racing products. Use discount code DiggingDeep15 at uppracing.com to save on your next order. Ultimate Poly Products, made to last longer so you can ride more. Thanks for listening, and remember to support our partners. Now back to the show. All right, guys, so a little race preview action for the finale at Briarcliff, and this next guest comes to you courtesy of Rocky Mountain ATVMC. You know the drill. Click that banner on our website, diggingdeepatvmx.com, to help us out while getting the parts and gear that you need anyway. I use it for my YFZ parts, Brooks Pit Bike parts, lube for God knows what. Use it for a little bit of everything. So Rocky Mountain ATVMC, click that banner on our website. And this guy, you know him, Mr. Briarcliff himself, Jeremy Osborn. Crazy time for him, but he's making a little time for us. Jeremy, thanks so much for being here with me.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's been a crazy few weeks. We're getting ready. We're definitely doing everything as usual. More than we probably, to keep myself sane more than we normally would. I felt last year we did a little less track stuff because of Legends. We were focused on that promotion. This year, a lot more track stuff. You can expect a lot more track changes. We didn't completely revamp it, but there's at least 3 sections that are greatly changed, we'll say. So a lot of dirt moving.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw some of the teasers that have been online and some of the dirt moving. You can see some stuff coming in, so that's exciting. Some new equipment and things like that. So that's super exciting. Jeremy, I almost feel like I got to reach out to your wife because I'm pretty sure like each of the last 3 years I have been taking up time on the evening of your anniversary. I'm almost certain of it.
The interesting fact about that, so she reached a point in her career where she was tired of working where she had currently been working in the hospital, and she has taken a travel job, and she actually she's at work right now.
Okay, so I don't have to feel bad right now.
No, I'm good. Yeah, we had our anniversary lunch today, and we did that, and we celebrated our anniversary, and so no,
awesome.
We're in the clear.
So I'm off the hook. I'm good.
We're both good. Yeah,
awesome.
We're both good.
I love it because I'm pretty sure last year you were like coming home from dinner or something, and you were rushing to get on a call with me. So I really appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so it sounds like national prep is going great. There's so many cool things going on this weekend. I mean, you already referenced it last year at this time. We were looking forward to the Legends race going into your event. And now, we have so many championship battles going on. We have the Triple Crown this weekend. We have, live stream stuff, international cup, so many things.
The championship battles. I posted that a while ago.
You did.
But man, it's pretty gnarly. They're of I don't know whether 39 classes. We probably have half of those that have a pretty good championship battle, I would say.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, maybe outside of the pro class, which is still interesting because of the perfect season number 2.
Mm-hmm.
But the other 3 premier classes have battles. Like they're up for the championship. Man, I sat back and thought about this the other day. I don't recall a Loretta's where you had this much up for grabs in quite some time. So it's very cool. It's very interesting.
I would agree. I was actually going to make a post, and maybe I'll do that tonight, but I was going to encourage people or teams of people who are in championship battles to outline what they need to do to me.
What's the stats?
Exactly. Just because we've all been to Loretta's for the finales where, and it's not on the announcer, but where the announcer doesn't know the championship ramifications. And I want to be the guy that knows, so, cause that's going to add to the excitement so much more. And to be able to be on the mic for the finale is a pretty exciting thing. Like you said, so many battles going on, the top classes to all the way to the minis, everything in between, so many battles going on. And then, like I said, we have the International Cup, which is super cool. We got guys coming, from across the pond to race this thing. So that's going to be super fun. And nothing like Briarcliff running some run of the mill, event. You knew you had to roll out something special. And this year it's this International Cup.
Quite honestly, I think everybody, knew heading in, you're not going to touch the Legends, and that's whatever. But, it really, like, a lot of the storylines started to come together in the last 2 weeks. Like a lot of the interesting stuff, with Chad's last full-time ride, Janusa, Rastrelli, add in the International Cup flavor. Just everything it was almost like we waited and we waited and we waited. And now it's like, oh, this is pretty special. So that's pretty cool. I like that part of it.
That's the other thing that I was going to highlight too here is the fact that you have, Chad's last full-time race, just like you said, Jeffrey, who earlier on this episode officially announced his retirement. Nick, obviously we heard about at this point. So those storylines are as notable as anything. I mean, 3 top tier guys and one greatest of all time, arguably guy. Is there going to be anything special that goes on as far as I don't want to blow anything you got going on here?
Yeah, I don't think it's something I'm going to keep secret.
Okay.
We have a special awards presentation for all three on Pro Podium
Awesome.
after Pro Moto 3 at 4:00.
Okay.
We'll have something a little extra for those three guys because they are, in my opinion, legends, at least in Briarcliff terms. So we're going to do a little something extra for those three guys. They put in their time, they put in their dues, and I feel like they should be recognized. I mean, Chad especially, he's one of the greatest. But the other two, Nick and Jeffrey man, how could you not think about it in 15 years from now? How could you not talk about either one of those in terms of some of the great pros? I'm not great with stats, but in my mind, they have a name. And if we ever do Legends Round 2, there are two guys I want to have there at the race. They're definitely have earned their status.
100%.
So,
I mean, obviously, like you just said, Chad needs no introduction. 66 wins, all the 8 championships, all the podiums, all those things. Jeffrey as well. I mean, 26 podiums is gnarly, and all the years of success and all those things. I keep telling him, I told him earlier in this episode, there are so many guys that we look up to as legends that don't have 26 podiums.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
So that's amazing. And then Janusa, Nick stands out.
I mean, he was 9 years top 5.
Exactly. That's so insane to me, including his rookie year.
Yeah. I mean, there's not too many people. Actually, you might know. There's probably no one who has done that other than maybe Chad being top 5. But that's
not at the beginning, not his rookie year.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
That's what awesome. Makes it so. That's what makes it so cool and so impressive to me. Is Nick did it from the jump, and that's so impressive. So Nick, a legend, and at least in my opinion, a legend in his own right as well.
I think so. I don't take it lightly to kind of. I don't know if I'm making decisions, but I strongly consider things like this. I don't. This is something I've been thinking about. I mean, not completely. I mean, honestly, just Chad. Probably about mid-season, I was like, I wonder.
Same.
Jeffrey a little bit, but Nick was a little bit of a surprise.
I would say the same. Yep, I would say the same. Though maybe the writing was a little bit on the wall. I don't want with his riding. Maybe like you could just tell something might be off.
I think after Bud's Creek, I was like, I need to start thinking about this. Like this. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but what if it does?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we want to honor those guys and their kind of the like Chad said, last dance, and send them out on a good note and have a good crowd. And we've got some things put together for them on the podium, so it'll be good.
I said on one of the previous episodes, I mean, it's not going to be the Legends race. Nothing would be, but I mean, International Cup, these dudes, last hurrah, we got 2-stroke race, we got pit bike races, we got all kinds of stuff. Like it's going to be a big deal.
It's interesting. I had a guy message me today about the 2-stroke race, and he's like, what are the rules? I'm like, well, does it have 4 wheels and a 2-stroke engine? He goes, yep. I said, well, the quad's good. I said, you just got to sign up. He's like, that's it? And I'm like, that's it.
So what are we going to see?
Yeah, I mean, let's go.
So my mind goes to Banshee, but maybe it's gnarlier than that. Who knows?
No, I think it's a 250R. The 250R guys are the guys who are like, oh, man, am I allowed to run CR ignitions? And they're like all worried about it.
Yes, bro. You can run whatever you want. That's awesome. That's good stuff. So I guess the one bummer storyline we got going on is that 3 of our, our top guys are busted up, heading into the weekend here. I think I saw that some proceeds are going to Wesley for some of the shirts.
Yes. I'm basically going to we had 2 pro event shirts. Quite honestly, I had a whole different plan heading into the race. And then I'll be perfectly honest, because this is how this guy is. Wesley approached me at PBR, and he's like, what's it going to take to get on a shirt? He goes, this is my last year. And I'm like, all right, I'll put you on a shirt. And but I already had in my mind, I already had thought I'm doing Mason because he hadn't been on a shirt and he's kicking ass. And I like watching him ride. I have forever. I thought, man, I got to have Mason. But then the way Wesley approached me, I thought, man, I got to have Wesley too. So I did 2 shirts. And, obviously when I heard the news from Tri-City, I was pretty bummed. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to take whatever there is beyond the cost of the shirts and just donate that directly to Wesley Wolf. He's probably going to have crazy medical bills. And I'm hoping, I think Johnny might go see him after the weekend and be able to give those funds directly to him. So that, in my mind, that's the plan, but he'll get it some way or another.
Got it. Okay. Awesome. When I read that, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Really, really cool on you for making that happen. So
I would have much rather had him race the race, but
of course,
is what it is.
Yeah, bummer situation. I know he's in a bad way. We got updates kind of from the other guys, waiting on Wesley to make his stuff public. But sounds like Bryce is doing okay. He's out of the hospital. I've connected with the Laundervilles multiple times at this point. JJ's got busted up Stomper, but sounds like he's gonna end up being okay. And just waiting on an update from Wesley. I've heard some things, right? But I don't want to. It's not my place to go public with things that haven't been put out there.
Well, they're all 3 are gonna need some healing time. Some gnarly crashes. This sport, it's pretty crazy. It's like one of the best sports, but it can be one of the worst sports all at the same time. And you just never know when it's going to rear its head. But I hope all 3 make full recoveries and are ready to go racing again sometime soon.
I would, obviously, I would echo the same sentiment. Just thinking about those guys, and my dad kind of said the same thing. He's like, man, I think it puts into perspective how gnarly these guys are, how gnarly this sport is in general. Like you can always feel like you're in control, but man, it's just one split
half a second away from just a bad day. And it just, I think it's just bad luck. Like all 3 happened at once. I mean, I've watched the videos and there's a number of riders that negotiated those sections pretty well. And just a freak incident, quite honestly, that all 3 occurred the way they did. You could always say, change the track. I've obviously heard that myself a number of times, but it's racing. I mean, these guys are pushing the limits. They're gnarly dudes. They don't know how to go half speed. They're just gnarly guys, and it's just the way it went. And it's sad, but that's just kind of the way it goes.
So I think the best thing that could happen is what you're doing to help Wesley, and obviously we'll continue to think about and pray for those guys. But Jeremy, I don't want to end it on a bad note because man, we still got an exciting weekend ahead. We got so much cool stuff going on. Awesome. I mean, it should be awesome. Should be like action packed all weekend long. We got the Triple Crown on Saturday. It sounds like it's a 2 moto format for the International Cup, both on Sunday.
Right? Moto 1 is at 11. Moto 2 is at 1. We'll have a 15-minute qualifier following Pro-Am. So we got that to look forward to.
And it's my understanding that I know Patrick Turini has publicly said he's coming over here for it, and he's going to race the pro class as well. And it sounded like there's others too.
I've heard rumors of others. Quite honestly, I have not confirmed any of that. I don't think that if there are others, at least Joe Messina, I think he's told me that we don't have any other people that have signed up for pro to get a pro license. So
got it.
It may be speculation at this point. I don't know. We rolled out the red carpet. If we get them, we get them. If not, we'll maybe try it again next year. We'll see.
We got enough international flair just in our series, and then with with the addition of a guy like Patrick Turini.
I mean, Patrick, like right off the rip, I kind of shot him the message like I did Shane Hitt for Legends, and he's like, plane tickets bought. It was like a day later.
That's awesome.
He was into it. So
That's awesome.
I know Kevin's racing, and Kevin Saar, and he's pretty serious about it. He's even asked me questions like, how tall is the trophy? Am I going to be able to put this on like in the plane to go home? Or
Right, yeah.
So yeah,
That's awesome.
So there's definitely, I think the guys who are racing that on Sunday are taking it very serious.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if we have at least one lady who's probably going to race it, and I would bet money she's a top 5.
I can see
She's
it.
pretty
For sure.
pretty aggressive. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sounds good. Well, Jeremy, I think unless you got anything else for me, I think that's a perfect preview for the weekend.
Okay.
Just, like I said, so much going on. We could sit here and talk about it for an hour and a half, but you can only talk about so much. The excitement is flowing for sure, and I can't wait for the weekend to be here.
No, it's good. Just a quick rundown. Thursday, Stasic Racing, and we're gonna have a glow foam party for the kids that evening, and we're changing up the order for the Moto Church. We're gonna Moto Church track walk at 5, and then Moto Church service at 6. 88 Live to Ride silent auction 6:30 to 7:15, and then the live auction at 7:30 with Stan Digby.
Nice.
Bringing him up.
And this is all on Thursday?
Sorry, I might have jumped the day. That's Friday.
That's Friday. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
you started as Thursday, but then
Thursday just Stasic Racing and Glow Foam Party. Friday is Moto Church track walk and 88 Live to Ride auction. And then Saturday we got Triple Crown, but we're also doing pit quad racing Saturday evening and fireworks. And then of course Sunday Pro-Am Briarcliff International Cup. That's a very quick high level on the weekend.
I love it, man. I can't wait. I've said this every year for the past few here that, I can't thank you enough for letting me be involved a little bit in your events here. It means the world to me. It's something I look forward to all year long. So super excited. And it sounds like we might have a little live stream action going on. So that makes it more exciting. Fingers crossed. Yeah. So should be good.
Yeah. Kind of a last second decision. Four Birds Media reached out. They've been doing some streaming at Pima Tuning. I talked with the owner of that company, and I think we can make it happen. But this stuff looks pretty good. We're gonna go for it. So We're just gonna send it.
Awesome. Hey, in Briarcliff and Jeremy Osborn fashion, you're gonna do everything you can to make it happen, and obviously we can't thank you enough for that. So
worst case scenario, we'll learn a lot of things, and next year it'll be better.
There you go. Awesome, man. Well, Jeremy, I can't thank you enough again for everything, and thanks for taking a little time. I know your schedule's crazy right now, and we will we'll see you on Thursday or Friday, man.
Awesome, dude. Thank you.
Awesome, Jeremy. Don't work yourself completely to the bone. Don't work yourself crazy the next couple of days. Yeah. We'll see you at the end of the week.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
Awesome, Jeremy. Thanks so much. That's Jeremy Osborn signing off on the Digging Deep ATVMX podcast, brought to you by Rocky Mountain ATVMC. Have a good night, pal. See ya.
Thank you. You too.
Man, can you believe it? The next time we sit down for episode 165, the season will officially be over, and that's nuts. Championship battles, a fantasy championship that's coming right down to the wire. So much stuff going down, and multiple legends calling it a career, including our guy Jeffrey Rastrelli. We are in store for an absolutely can't miss weekend ahead at Briarcliff. A major thanks again to Jeffrey Rastrelli for the opportunity. Congrats on an incredible career. Also, major thanks to Jeremy Osborn for joining us as well. Thanks to producer Dallas Jansen, my brother, for all his hard work. Thanks to my wife Brooke, and thanks to AMA official Harv Whipple. Special thanks to Motomom's Designs for killing it on the camera for us. Thanks to all of our partners, CST Tires. Go to shop.csttires.com today. Yamaha, thanks to Blue Crew. Thanks to SSI Decals, Valvoline, DID Racing Chain, Launderville Steel Enterprises and Concrete Supply, DP Brakes, Impact Solutions, Ultimate Poly Products, UPP Racing. Use discount code DIGGINGDEEP15 at uppracing.com, and Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping with code DIGGINGDEEP20 at manscaped.com. Support the brands that support our show, and don't forget to use those codes to save. Find it all on our website, and be sure to click that Rocky Mountain ATVMC banner for all your gear and parts needs and to help us out in the process. us. And most of all, thanks to you guys for listening. You can shop our Digging Deep merch at shop.diggingdeepatvmx.com. You can find all things Digging Deep ATV Fantasy related at atvfantasy.com. And to get in on our Digging Deep Quad Cross of Nations Dream Experience raffle, monitor both our social media channels and our website, or you can email me, message me, whatever. We'll get you set up. But also monitor those things for updates and announcements coming soon as we prepare to hopefully send a couple of you to the 2025 Quad Cross of Nations. You can leave us a voicemail and we'll play it on the show, 920-569-3519. If you're looking for another easy way to help support us, visit our website and click the Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee buttons. This allows you to set up a one-time or monthly contribution to support our efforts. Follow the show on social media, Digging Deep ATVMX Podcast, and myself, Cody Jansen, for additional content coverage and more fun stuff as we are just days away from the 2025 season finale. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and more. Wherever you find podcasts, you'll find the Digging Deep ATVMX Podcast. All episodes, additional podcast providers, sponsor links, and discount codes, show merchandise, fantasy info, and more can all be found on our website, diggingdeepatvmx.com, so check that out today. Be a friend, tell a friend. Please download, subscribe, rate, review, and share. And with that, for Jeffrey Rastrelli, Jeremy Osborn, Brooke Jansen, Dallas Jansen, and I'm your host, Cody Jansen. Thanks for listening to and making us the most listened to podcast in ATV racing, with nearly 286,000 downloads last month in 117 total countries. Until next time, thanks for joining us in Digging Deep with the Stars of ATV Motocross. Things are crashing and burning here at the Digging Deep podcast, much like the Titanic.
Those guys were hauling ass, for real.
I remember watching Doug Gus, I don't know who it was, Steel City, running the same times Friday afternoon as James Stewart was on Sunday back then. It was mental. I've never seen quads go that fast.
Quadlers are freaking gnarly.